Welcome, everybody. It's day 2, Rodeo Corpus Christie, WCRA, RümpChät, the Triple Crown, $1 million possibly.
Probably one of my new favorite rodeos. I mean, I've always liked Corpus Christie, but now, especially with the new format, and we're at the Omni Hotel where they are just absolutely wonderful people.
At the top of it, 20 floors up,
yeah,
Republic of Texas
in
steakhouse and bar.
No, it's Hambone's Nye personal suite that we're in right now. And the great people at Corpus Christie, Bill Lathrop and the whole crew. Just a great bunch of people. I mean, how many rodeos do you go to where you sit overlooking the Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah.
All right. It's beautiful. We tried, if you watch
you
yesterday.
Still can't see. It's just white.
We're
these
really
lights.
We're trying to not just be the same old pieces of shit and try new things here. And trying to do better. But as you can see, there's something new on RümpChät today that we've never had in the past.
Ever.
We have not ever had on the
and we have a lot of barrel racing fans, or barrel racers that listen to the show, we always get crap about it.
Yeah, and so finally, after 68 episodes, and over 500,000 downloads, we have our first barrel racer of all time with us today from the small town that is a suburb of Blackwell and Ponca City, Oklahoma, Medford, Oklahoma. One of our $1 million qualifiers here at Buc Days, Michelle Darling, everybody.
Yeah,
round of applause for everybody.
I promise not to gripe about the ground while I'm on here.
Yeah. Being the first guest on RümpChät, you're the first guest today, but the first barrel racer, I know that's a pretty huge thing. Yeah, you're up for $1 million, but that's not beside the point. I think being the first barrel racer is probably a bigger deal. Maybe.
Well,
I mean, look what you could get. You could get this could turn into more than $1 million.
I know, and no pressure. So, I mean, you guys are making me nervous talking about it.
Before we get to the seriousness of it, I just want to say also, you're the hottest chick we've ever had on RümpChät.
Oh, well, I'm flattered.
And
Thank you.
Far.
I think
when Rump told me before, when Rump told me before, he's like, "Yeah, man, she's pretty hot," and I'm like. Because I always say I see you guys names. Beautiful. I see you guys names on the day sheet, right? And you come and run. And I'm in an announcer stand, so you really don't. Because you guys are in and out, and then you on to the next one.
Putting a face to the name, which I have the most country name, Michelle Darling. I mean, it is. Every time I get ready to run at a rodeo, they play "Hello, Darling." I'm like, come on, guys.
No, it's not me.
Oh, what are you going to play?
Probably Benji.
Where is Ben? She was here. I don't know. I play a lot of house music, EDM beats, because it's a deal. So I like
you could play some Buck Cherry or something.
I like to club it out.
I'm kidding.
If you okay.
Which one? Which Buck Cherry song?
You know which one?
No, please.
Wow.
Oh no, I'm kidding. No, I can't. I don't.
Is it the one?
Is it because you're beautiful young?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm on a
train with
cocaine, and yes, I'm all lit up again.
That's a motto of a crazy barrel racer, right? Okay, don't. No.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh wow, that makes me like you more. I mean, you like Motley Crue?
Well,
Are you a Motley? Okay.
I try to listen to everything when we're driving to stay awake at 3 a.m. Everything. I mean, it's just random music 24/7.
Do you travel? Who do you travel with throughout the year?
Really, my little girl and some Demi Lynn Darling, another country name. Yeah,
hi, Demi. Sounds like a country music star.
I know. When we came in here, I was like, please don't cuss and just be nice to everyone. Anyway, she promised she would. So
Hambone said that to me too. So I wouldn't feel bad about it. So you and your daughter and cruising down the road.
Yeah.
Share the feed.
My dad goes with me quite a bit too, but he's got to stay home and take care of a bunch of work stuff around Ponca. So usually just Demi goes with me and a sitter. I have to take somebody to regulate her. She gets a lot of control when we're traveling. So
does she or is that you?
Both of us. No.
Is she starting to run barrels too?
Yeah. So she's got a new horse. What's your horse's name, Demi? Crazy Alice.
Crazy Alice.
So typical, barrel horse name, Crazy Alice. We borrowed her from Darren and Shanda Suit. You know the Suit boys?
I do.
Yeah. So she's been through it all. So she's a good one. She's taken care of her and she's really started doing good.
Well, that's pretty cool. If you get some other good barrel horses for the right price, holla at your boy over here.
Oh, holler at you.
Yeah. Those little girls, they're
expensive.
Rump's broke now, but just think what's going to happen when you start running barrels.
I'd have to talk to your dad about this because maybe someday we'll be in the family if your nephew Cade, who goes to school with Bandy, her sister is Merrick,
Yeah.
And so our kids go to school. So maybe if Cade and Lola or Livy, maybe hit it off in the future, and I'm in the part of the family. We get Dawn to throw me a few bills.
Oh yeah, we do your house for you. All
I already
fun
paid
stuff.
Dawn to do my front door.
I've actually
did a great job.
I lied to you. I actually have seen you see Rump when we do this thing, and I do it to him when I drop my little boy off at school. The juicers, they're the beautiful moms, that drop, and they're all in their workout pants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they're juicers. So he'll be just going, look at all these juicers just juicing. And he was
Jerry Dornkamp.
It was Jerry Dornkamp did it. Well, anyway, so he's recording one day, and of this mom, it wasn't you. Don't worry.
No, it wasn't.
It
was not a med.
I don't go to that one. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. He accidentally
ran into the car in front of me.
Oh my gosh. You did?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was going like 2 miles an hour because we got to wait in line there at McCord Elementary. I'm easing along, and I'm filming this mom walking in, and I go, juice, boom.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, my wife doesn't know about that one.
Well, she does now.
It barely did.
I think she's like my wife. They don't listen.
That's probably a good thing.
And I feel bad because our wives are so good, but they know how crummy we are also,
That's the truth.
But the thing is, the juicer thing is funny, but because Jerry Dornkamp taught me that, who's your rodeo hero.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's the one that said that, and I don't know what it means, but to me it makes...
there's a song about that. It's called Juice Box. Go listen to it. It'll teach you.
I don't think that's about some of the moms at McCord.
No. Oh, okay.
I do know the Juice Box song, though. Is that one of your playlists for all night drives?
Yeah, it's on there.
You'll okay. Yeah.
I'll share
tonight
it with you.
Coming up the alley with Michelle Darling to Juice Box.
Or the Nickelback Shaking Hands. That's a good one.
We don't play Nickelback.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. No, it's okay.
Yeah. And I don't know why everybody hates on Nickelback. I guess it's because every song of theirs sounds the same. But like the signs on game day, they'll be like, Justin Rumford listens to Nickelback.
I don't listen to Nickelback,
but it's like,
nor have I ever.
Okay, I'll get you a sign. I'll get you a couple of albums.
Anyway, so let's talk Corpus Christie. Let's talk WCRA. Let's talk $1 million. And you've $1 million.
You've already made a bunch of money through this process because you won Green Bay, right?
I did. Yeah,
that was 50 grand.
Yeah,
nice little.
I think overall like 115,000, maybe a little bit more, somewhere around in there. Yeah, they've been good to me, really good to me.
With 115,000, you could buy 1/4 of a brand new Bloomer trailer.
That's right. That would buy me 1/4 of a new barrel horse too. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
But so you won Green Bay.
Yeah.
Kansas City?
No, Guthrie was the next major that I won.
That's
when they started the 3 in a row. So Guthrie was my last major, and then this one. So I have to win this one, and then Salt Lake City, which I like Salt Lake City. I've placed there a couple of times and won about 15,000 there. So it's a good rodeo too.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you, the qualifying, and it's just, we talked yesterday quite a bit about it, but how was your journey getting into
what rodeos
did you WCRA?
Yeah, my first one, like when I started a couple years ago, I nominated a couple of jackpots, and I'd seen the first one and a couple of their girls do it. So then I was like, well, I need to get on that. They're having it right there at Guthrie. Why not? And I did, and it went great. We qualified, and I've made it to every single major, every big rodeo. I think that, well, not every one of them, but the first one was Green Bay, Chicago. Yeah. Oh, Chicago. I can't forget Chicago because I put gas in my diesel pickup. And that went, I thought it was gelling up on me. So my dad, it's like, okay, so Ivy Sabins goes with me. It's his fault. The handle was green.
Damn it, Dawn.
And it was a gas because they have the eco-friendly fuel up there. So I'm like, man, it's 6 a.m. We've drove all night. I'm just going to top it off with a little fuel and get some. I needed to wake up and feel that negative degree air. So I put diesel in my pickup, but it was really gas. And we get about a couple miles down the road, and I'm like, my truck's fueling up, and I'm whomping on it. So I'm just getting all that gas up in my injectors and everything. And needless to say, on the busiest highway going into Chicago, I was broke down.
Ouch.
It was bad. And we were 10 minutes from our destination.
Yeah, how did that turn out?
So did you just go ahead and ride on in?
No, we sat there. We couldn't even get out. The vehicles and the semis were unreal.
Yeah.
And we finally got somebody to come back and get us, and we got there, and I didn't know I'd put gas in it yet. And this is the first time I had traveled with Ivy Sabins. And we sit down to eat breakfast, and it's like, 10 o'clock, and I haven't slept in 24 hours. I'm tired. So we sit down to eat, and the guy calls me. He's like, well, hon. I'm like, yeah. He's like, you put gas in your truck. And I'm like, I just start bawling. And she's taking pictures of me. She goes, you look like Kim Kardashian when you cry. And I'm like, get out of here.
Are you an ugly crier?
Yes, I'm horrible.
I bet you're not.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's horrible.
I don't see it.
It was bad. So anyway, it was quite the trip, but it turned out good. We won a little money.
So
it didn't turn out that good.
Chicago. Yeah.
Been
through there.
We'll forget about that. But the next one was good. Green Bay was really good to me. So that was a pretty drive and just really good atmosphere. The rodeo was good there. The stands were packed. That's probably one of the best rodeos I've been to. It was a good rodeo.
And that's what I think is so cool. Like when I'm finding out more and more because, just with the WRCA, I didn't really know much about it. WCRA.
Come on.
IRA. But the more I'm learning about it and how different every rodeo could be a qualifier.
Everything you enter is a qualifier.
Yeah. So like the more that I found out about it, the more cool I think it is. And that's me and Hambo. We've been talking to everybody else like, man, this is something else, and what a cool concept because it's not an association. And so like you being in Medford can go to your rodeos, nominate your jackpots, which are that's like,
it's easy for the barrel racers. It is so easy because every jackpot you can nominate. It doesn't matter. Even if you just go to 5 and kind of get in the top 60. I mean, it's simple. And that's what all the girls are asking me. And how do you do this? And like, it's not rocket science. I mean, it just nominate your jackpot. It walks you right through the steps. You're in. I mean, it's so simple, and the money is there. Just show up and run.
Yeah, it's not like putting gas in a diesel. It's simple.
That's really simple.
We've all made mistakes.
Yeah, I'm never gonna live this down.
No. Is this?
Oh, then I put
really
blue
brunette
def.
or is
Stop
that
it!
blonde?
No, it's gray, but I color it. So I put blue def in my truck too. And
in your fuel?
Yeah, and our worker, he was out in the shop, and Jose was like, no, and I'm like, I'm on the phone. You leave me alone, And I'm like, def in my diesel tank, and I get done, and he's looking at me. He's like, I'm telling Cody. I'm like, oh God, don't tell my husband. So anyway, we turned the truck off, and that was another $10,000 mistake. That was shortly after the gas. So I did gas and diesel or blue def in the same year.
So
I'm not allowed to put fuel or blue def in my truck.
You're gonna win.
Dad does it.
You're gonna win Corpus Christie. You're gonna win Salt Lake, and then you're pretty much even for all the times you've messed up your truck.
Pretty much.
Well, if you ever need a new truck, don't forget about our good friends at Mike Bailey Motors with 3 locations across the Oklahoma area.
Not a sponsor.
I was just having an honest conversation.
This is a company. It's not just for you.
No,
you can't just
organic.
People that you get.
Sorry,
Michelle.
Okay.
I'm sorry we're doing this in front of you.
No, it's okay.
He's mean to me sometimes.
We're like that married couple that's fighting at dinner with the other married. Let's not do this right now.
Now it's not the time, Margaret. How many horses are you hauling right now? So, I mean, there's obviously these events. They're far away. Your number one horse is
Martini,
yeah. And that Martini's you've ran that horse for a while. I mean,
so I bought her when she was a 2-year-old, and she's 10 now. So yeah, I started that mare, really nice mare, and I was pregnant with Case, my middle boy, and so I had sent her to Stevie to futurity, and as a 5-year-old, she won Pendleton. As a 5-year-old, and that's unheard of for a baby. The Green Mile, yeah. So like that she's come a long way. I mean, I'll never be able to replace her. There'll be some good like her, but never another one of her. So, but that's my business. I always have young horses. So she's my main one, but I always have 2 or 3, a bunch, 4 or 5-year-olds, futurity horses. I do other stuff on the side. That's kind of what makes my business. But Martini's babies, we pull embryos every year from her, and they have averaged about 100,000. Her weanling sold for 85,000 last year. One sold for 77,000, one for 65,000. And I don't want to hear myself.
I know. No. Sorry, I'm checking.
So her babies pay my way through everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how many horses do you have at your house right now that you could possibly somewhere? Not like big rodeos, maybe just jackpots. Because are you one of the girls that shows up with the 8-horse trailer at the jackpots?
Yeah.
So how many are you running currently?
So all the couple that I have at home are futurity eligible. So I can't run them yet. I show up just to exhibition them and go home. So they're young horses. They can't be entered until 2022. So I show up to exhibition them, practice, and go home and get them ready. I can't run them until 2022. That's our futurity year. So really the only thing that I am running right now, because I've sold everything else and I'll kind of restock and start over, is just Martini. She's my number one mount. Yeah.
And I'm so dumb. I mean, that Hambo.
True.
But like, I'm really dumb in the barrel race aspect because I really don't know much about barrel race. I grew up, one of my best friends, probably the most loyal friend I ever had, Jamie, that I hung out with nonstop when I was in middle school and high school. She was a barrel racer.
Thanks. That makes me feel good.
Well, before we met, Hambo.
Oh, okay.
You're my number one now.
Oh, bro.
And Reno Rosser.
Sorry.
Anyhow, so but like the fraternity system and all that, like Carly Richardson Servey. Carly Servey's one of my really good friends now, and she's like, I tell you what, I got to get ready to go to this fraternity. I'm like, what is it for? I know a bull fraternity.
Yeah. I
know horse fraternities, like for bucking horses, but so like you have your horse, you can't just show up and enter on whatever.
No, those young horses, so we season them, getting them ready for their 2022 futurity year. And you have that year to futurity them. And then after that, it's their derby year. But I mean, you can show up and run them at a rodeo, but if you're going to futurity them, you can't. You cannot enter them until the 2022, like of their 4-year-old year. It is confusing. I know.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's got to be
your bull.
It's 2022 and you run them,
There
but
you
you
go.
don't, but you show up with them
Yeah.
and you exercise and then you leave.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Now say that again, but as Benny.
See, what you do is you show up, and you get them, and you got a horse, in 2022 and 1986, and Jigs Nelry had one of these fraternity horses. That dude bucked off a guy. Hadley Barrett bought the horse, took it to fraternities, and then they won $1 million.
The barrel racers are going to love you.
I want to be okay. Here's a couple of barrel racers. Me and Hambone are good friends with Emily Beisel.
She was supposed to.
Fun.
She was supposed to be the first.
She was supposed to be here. Yeah.
Well, this was a month or 2 months
she was
ago.
Going to be ahead of me. Thanks, Kyle.
Sherry Servey, one of my very favorite barrel racers of all time.
Yeah.
I love Sherry and Corey. They're awesome. Other barrel racers I really like are
Haley Kinzel drove us
Haley's
home from
cool.
the bar one night.
Yeah,
which was nice of her, with like 30 people in the back of the truck in Rapid City.
Can I ask you a off the cuff barrel racer question?
Is it rated G?
Yeah, it's kind of rated G. Ear muffet.
Put your ear muffs on, Dimmy.
So even though like you guys, you kind of roll solo, right? You roll with but like, is there shit talking among barrel racers at different events?
Well,
like we talked about earlier, we never see like
other. It's a bunch of women. No offense.
Other places like all the Cowboys, we get to know them. We know the Bronc riders. They hang out. I literally never see any barrel racers.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen your name on a day sheet. I've seen you run. Never seen you.
Is there any attitude? Like, did you guys ever talk shit on each other?
No.
Now I'm not going to
admit it on here, but I mean,
it's RümpChät.
Yes, it happens. Women, we're all really do try to be supportive. I mean, if we're going to rodeo and one of them's broke down on the side of the road and, they're ahead of us in money, we're going to drive right by them. We're not going to help them. I'm kidding. We're going to help him. I'm joking. We're going to pull over, throw them a spare tire and drive on and hope they don't make the perp. I'm kidding again.
I love this interview.
No, I'm just joking.
Real talk.
No, that's a joke. I pull over.
No,
and
it's not.
It is.
You said it, now it'll be on the internet forever.
I know. I'm sorry, Karina, for driving by you. Nothing personal. I did. I drove by one.
You did?
Yeah.
Were you running?
No, I didn't.
Did one drive by you when you were putting gas in your pickup?
Yeah. Actually, she was watching me do it, drinking her coffee with her an IV. Yeah.
Drive by flipping you off.
Yeah.
Have fun on the side of the ditch.
Yeah. But anyway, no, we all help each other out. I mean, if somebody needs something, we're usually there. But no, I mean, the community is pretty good. They don't. I mean,
because there's like 1 million barrel racers.
I know there is a lot. I mean, I feel like in the rodeo setting, it's pretty dry. There's really not a lot going on. I mean, there is a lot going on, but not a lot of trash talking. Now in the jackpot world, that's a whole nother story because there's a lot of drama usually going on in there. And the 4D'ers, they show up.
What's a 4D?
So like it's a half-second splits. It kind of gives everybody an opportunity that's running, from any age. It just kind of makes it fair for the weekend barrel racers, what we kind of call
like
them.
a handicap in golf.
My dad, I asked my dad, I said, what's a 4D? And he told me it's a bra size.
Oh, well, it could be. Yeah. They have double D's and triple D's like in the barrel races
I can
too.
see that.
So yeah.
So the 4D would be like a capped, like US roping where.
Yeah, it's like a capped. Yep, that's how a 4D is.
So
yeah.
Anybody can enter the 4D. So if you and I are both in the 4D, if you're like 15 seconds and I'm like 25, they take off 7 seconds or something.
No. So like if I'm 15 seconds, the next time that's going to place is a full second split would be a 16 and then another second. So yeah, those are the D's.
I'm confused.
I'm confused too. I can't explain it, but
I'm lost.
It's
Between-
I'm glad I've got a little boy.
Between the futurities and the splits and the D's, it's a lot of stuff.
Is this the last time you're gonna have a barrel racer on here?
Absolutely not. No, we love the barrel racer. Are you kidding me?
It's easy. If you'll look at it on a piece of paper, it's a lot more simple.
You know what? Like we were talking about before, San Angelo, we got more compliments from barrel racers than anybody else.
Yeah,
you know,
like they
because
watch stuff when they're driving, like the podcasts and stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was. I mean, no. I mean, the rodeo.
Oh, the rodeo.
As far as rodeo, the ground was good.
Yeah.
I guess what they said.
Are you a ground kicker?
No, I mean, my dad always said, I was never going to be buried because the ground was never good enough. He always said that. But no, I mean, we will complain a little bit, but most of the time, WCRA has went above and beyond to make sure the ground is safe. I've never had a problem with it, knock on wood. So it's always been great. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, which, made us happy because we had, I think, 260 girls that run in the spur, I think, and then we, of course, take the top 120 back, and it was nice to hear that on our Facebook, page that they would do that. So barrel racers just went in my book.
Yeah,
good. Heck yeah.
Even here in Corpus Christi, the grounds crew, by the time the girl turns the first barrel, there is 3 dudes raking
That's
the
awesome.
ground.
Yeah, the guy on the second barrel was way too slow, and it was driving me nuts.
Who was it?
I don't know, some old man. He
Call
probably
him
shouldn't
out.
do that.
Yeah, say something to him tonight.
I don't know. I would. Steve.
And that's awesome
Kick
that
it
they
in
do
the
that,
ass.
though. It makes it more fair.
Come on, Bobby.
I have seen this. I want to why
We
because
could get,
because it is RümpChät and we talk real stuff here.
Oh, yeah.
You know what does
Real
bother
shit.
me sometimes? Barrel racers do when it's about time to sort, and every rodeo that you go
I
to,
know.
there's always that one gal that has 5 horses tied to the fence, and they've got their plastic or their pop-up barrels in the arena,
Yep.
and you're like, "Hey, can we get in here?" And they're like, "I'm almost done."
Oh, yeah.
And then an hour later they leave, but you don't want to say anything because you're afraid you might get shot or stabbed.
Oh, yeah.
You don't do that, do you?
No, I mean, if nobody's
If
in
you
the
do,
arena.
I'm not going to judge you.
No,
yourself.
if I see somebody getting ready to start,
This is a
sorting, I
judgment-free.
usually get out of there. But we always ask beforehand, but
Do you carry the pop-up barrels?
I
No,
do.
they don't.
I carry that. Yeah, my little girl likes to get inside of them and jump out and scare my horses and about kill me. So yes, yeah. But
Oh,
yeah.
she's a cutie.
She is. Take her with you for a couple weeks on the road.
No,
Yeah.
I'm good. I got a 1.5 year little boy.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's so good.
Yeah. So what's next for the Darling family then after here?
Probably. I think the next one, Salt Lake City, Utah. So
When
yeah,
is
from
Salt
here.
Lake?
That's in July.
July 20th.
Yeah, I'll
24th.
go. Circuit rodeo around the house, but
Go to Ponca City.
yeah, I got to stay close to home. I day drink really bad, so yeah.
Oh
I'm
my
kidding.
God.
I don't. I'm just joking.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
People need
Wow.
the Lord.
I
Kidding.
love you, Whitney. I love you, Whitney.
Anyway.
You're really my favorite human right now.
No.
I mean, wow. It's beautiful.
Oh, that's a no.
I got
Brown eyes I could stare into for days, and she day drinks.
Have you ever?
No.
Do you know
Best
RC
barrel racer
Lanningham?
ever.
Just kidding.
No.
Huh?
I said, "Do you know RC Lanningham?"
Yeah.
Did you?
He's got a man crush on RC Landingham.
No, I don't. I'm just,
Yeah, you
he's
did.
my friend.
It sounds
Yeah,
like
you
you
did.
do.
I don't have a man crush on RC.
He asked me, he goes, the first time I stared into his eyes is like the first time I heard the Beatles.
Oh my gosh, no.
He's a cool guy. Anyhow, moving right along. So I want to ask this one question, another awkward question.
Okay.
Did because I know your sister.
Yeah.
She's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Friend of mine.
no.
Look at her tense up.
And maybe I should ask your dad, but I'm going to ask you. Did your dad ever haul you two to youth rodeos?
Oh my gosh, it was a fight from the moment we left the door. But we junior rodeo together, and
Shaking his head.
oh man, yeah, it was just organized confusion constantly.
What'd you guys fight about?
Everything. Horses, like if she got to ride the better horse and I didn't, I'd jerk her off of it and jump on it and go, and like it was just a fight. We were pretty tough. We were hard on each other.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I feel bad for you, Don.
Yeah, everybody should pray for my dad. 3 girls. Yeah. We still give him hell. I mean, he's still not out of the woods yet. So, yeah.
Heard you like bowling too.
Oh, yeah. I think the last time I seen my sister, we were at a bowling party and we had a knockdown, drag out fight. And she's expecting. She's going to have a little baby boy here very soon.
Congratulations.
And I know. And I told her face wasn't pregnant. So I could hit that if I wanted to. But no, I'm kidding. I'm joking. She knows I love her.
This might be more RümpChät than we've ever had.
Wow. Why have we not had barrel racers on before? Barrel Racing Nation, on behalf of RümpChät, we are sorry that we have not come to you sooner. Sorry, it's taken 68.
Yeah, we hung out. We've said this before. You probably haven't heard that episode, but yeah, we drank beer till like 5 a.m. with Emily Miller
underneath the grandstands at Sydney, Iowa.
Yeah.
She can drink. She can drink beer now.
I actually went to bed. My wife and her and Karina Hughes.
Oh, I love Karina. She's one of my very best friends.
They're awesome family. So they sat out there.
Emily
and
can drink you under the table. I can't keep up. We went a little together last summer, and I'd never had a flight, and so we go to this place to have a pizza and a beer. And my nobody was with me. My little girl didn't come, so we could kind of loosen up and have some fun. And I'm a mom of 3 kids, so when I can get out, I take advantage of it. But needless to say, a flight or two later, and I was gone, and she's just fine. I'm like, I can't take another one. She's like, you're going to have another flight. And I'm like, no, I can't do it. So, but yeah, she's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, it's all y'all are pretty awesome. I mean, like you just, I mean, the ones that we get to know, but like you said, you guys are just so in and out. And then, and then you don't really, you're doing your thing with your horses and you're training, you're working with them every day. And so you try not to get in the way, just kind of wave, but I've gotten some dirty looks from sound checks when you guys are and then all of a sudden we start blasting music and it's like, sorry.
Oh, not me.
I get this too. Are you doing an act?
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Okay. How long is that? 7
Get you
minutes.
Out of here. Yeah.
Who do you talk to?
You talk to the wrong ones because I would watch your act and be like, I'll just use you to lope around like as a barrel. It'll be fine.
Are you calling me fat?
No.
You just said I look like a barrel. That was a fat joke.
That was a great bet.
It's
I'm very
okay.
fluffy.
No.
I have a seltzer belly. That's my wife.
So
White Claw belly.
So what's it going to take to win here? What is as a 13
9? Yeah. It's tough. There were some good runs last night and it's really tight, but I mean, just go in there and make a clean run and do the best I can do.
Have a beer, listen to some Buck Cherry.
Yeah, shot of Pendleton.
Punch your sister. Get your kid.
Speaking of Pendleton whiskey, a proud partner of RümpChät, Pendleton whiskey. Let her buck.
Let her buck.
Thank you. That was a good segue there.
Delicious.
It's so good. It's good on the lips. But so tonight, I mean, what's your game plan? It's a small pattern, talking about winning Pendleton and the horse you run that's another testament to that horse to go can win at Pendleton and in an arena in a 13-second pattern.
She's just can run in. Yeah, she can run in just about anything. She's big or small. It really doesn't matter. But I'm actually up tomorrow night, 7th on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to go watch tonight and kind of look at the setup and see how it is. But just do the best I can do and leave what happens in the arena. And I'm happy that I've come this far. And like I said, if that mare never wins another dime, she's exceeded my expectations and my dreams. So I'm just honored to have her.
If she does win several dimes, like $1 million.
Yeah.
RümpChät is taking sponsorships from
I'll be sure to sponsor you guys.
Racers, so.
Yeah.
Technically, it would be more than $1 million dimes.
Well, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I might be able to throw some spare change your way.
$1 million dimes is only like $100,000. Right?
Anyhow.
I feel like, though, they're like, oh, God, please let her hit a barrel. No, I'm kidding.
I know. I used to think that when I was steer wrestling. I remember I'd be like 4 flat, and then everybody else, I'd sit there and go, break out.
I know.
Then
as
I do
barrel
that
racers, we don't do that.
The Bulldoggers, there's camaraderie. I wouldn't high five anybody. Somebody beat me, like, oh, you suck.
Yeah, I usually don't watch the other runs. I have to turn around and leave, so I don't say anything bad.
Well, usually, there's not room, because you guys got to get out of the way.
Yeah, we're in and out, and our horses are so crazy they won't stand there anyway. So
you win the $1 million. Mm-hmm. What's the first thing you do?
Oh, honestly, put it back. For my kids, college. I know. Okay, fine. I'm
got money and it. Take it out your pocket and show it.
Open a strip club or something.
Hey!
Let's just why not? My dad can run it.
If you need an announcer, hey, put your drinks down, your hands together for the next dance girl of the night. How about right now for Desire?
I'm DJing.
I brought up the wrong thing. No, I don't know. I just
the DJs always get lucky in strip clubs. They always get the
How do you know?
I don't know.
I know because I've done my research.
Yeah, how do you guys?
I used to.
This?
I heard.
I haven't been to a titter in forever. The last time I did, it was in Vegas with Steve Godert and my buddy Will Hobbs and Roy Doyle, and not really. And It's okay, Demi.
I'm sorry. I know. I just noticed. I was like, I can see. Who is that?
I feel really weird talking about this conversation with your daughter.
I know. That's why I was like, get down, Demi. It's okay.
He said tater the last time he's had a tater tot.
A tater tot. Shove tater tots.
You know who's speaking of barrel racers? Carly Serves. Chase went to the tater the other night.
Yeah,
I love Carly.
But anyway, I'm not going to tell that story. So well, put it back, save it.
Yeah.
Well, we are wishing you luck on
college
this
money.
side of the table.
That is
Thank
smart.
you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It is a really cool opportunity that
3 kids are expensive.
Yep.
Holla.
Yeah.
That the WCRA, the Alliance, has created for athletes, and it has opened up. This is the first one I've gotten to work, just because scheduling. We've tried to get together before, and so it's a really neat deal. I'm a believer, and I'm a fan, and it's all good. Like I said yesterday, we're all bat for the same team. They just swing a little different here, and it's all for the benefit of the athletes. Is what it's. That's what's so cool about it. Everything you go to is a qualifier.
Yep.
So like you started at a couple jackpots, and now you have a chance for $1 million.
Yep. I never thought that would happen, but it did. Yeah.
Folks, nominate. Just try it. It doesn't matter your talent level. You know, you could be Justin Rumford and maybe get in. Who knows?
Could I get in the barrel race if I qualified as a dude?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Philip Kinnan he's running, and he's a heck of an athlete. Really nice horses. He's a trainer as well, and he made it back. So I'm excited to watch him run tonight. But yeah, absolutely.
I ran barrels in junior rodeo team in Kansas in the 90s.
You were good.
Yeah.
See what?
I used to kick some ass on the 4-H circuit.
YRA?
HYRA.
Yeah, I remember those days.
HYBBRA TCXY.
No, Heartland Youth Rodeo Association.
Yep. Kingman, Kansas.
Where the kids are the stars.
That's right.
Oh, you peaked too early, Rump.
Yeah, I did.
Anyways.
Oops.
Oh, anyway. Hey, thank you for your time.
Thank
you for
fans,
coming.
right?
Yes, a huge fan.
Me.
You day drink and you want to buy a strip club.
No.
Michelle Darling, officially RümpChat's #1 athlete.
Sorry, Emily.
Yeah, Hunter Cure, you're out.
Bye.
Eddie Edler, you're out.
Yep.
Michelle Darling.
Thanks for having me.
I actually have some patches. Can you wear a patch of ours, please?
I'd love to.
You can be our endorsees. Don't get paid anything. We just talk about you a lot.
That's okay. As long as it's all good. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. No, it is all good.
Well, this is good. I like what you guys are doing. It's something different.
And there's no patch program in the old Alliance, is there? Money.
Oh,
we'd like to welcome our new endorsee. How about for a round of applause for our new endorsee? Everybody in studio.
$1 million. She's going for it. She's going to get it.
I hope
$1 million.
so.
And
all we can do is try.
Good luck. And then when you get it, there is a. Can I name the?
Do you have a GoFundMe page?
Yeah.
Fund you?
Can I name the club that you're going to buy?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. I've got it.
Okay.
I can't say it because
I can say mine.
Timmy's right behind me. It's fun.
Mine would be a strip club class / hamburger joint called Lips, Tits, and Tots.
That's a good one. I like it. There you go.
There's a pet grooming place in Denver called the Sniff Shack, and that's what I would call mine.
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
All right, how about it one more time? We're gonna let her go. I'm gonna move out.
All right, Dusty Tuckness coming up. We're gonna thank you so much.
No, thanks
Michelle.
for having me. Thank you.
You're awesome.
Thank
you. I don't know. I was like awkwardly. That was.
Oh, good deal.
Oh. Virtual hug. Virtual hug.
Gotcha.
Demi, thank you, sweetheart. Please forget everything you heard today. Tuck, we're live right now. I'm sorry, everybody at home. Ladies and gentlemen, the 52-year-old Dusty Tuckness.
Howdy. We're here. Thanks for having me. All right, that'll work. I won't mess with it.
No, you're good, buddy. Yeah, you don't have to be right up on it. That's actually
an
omnidirectional.
That's going to be pretty hard for you to top what we've just experienced here at Rump.
That was amazing. I'm not kidding. Michelle Darling is my new favorite athlete. Sorry, everybody. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, it was pretty.
So what have you done cool lately, Tuck?
Man, it's hard to follow that, really, but nothing like a 4Ds and running for $1 million
on here.
We got an audience that just really closed in on
us.
Yeah. Creed is giving you the weird eye.
Creed, don't touch a table, Creed.
Yeah, Creed. God. This is not Creed chat. It's pretty cool to have Tuck back on. We've got to have him on a couple times in the past. You've been kind of a RümpChät staple, but I love it because you're just such a cool guy. And yesterday was your birthday.
Yes.
Which it meant a lot to me because I've been with you on several birthdays. And actually on your 21st birthday is when I had to
but on the thing on my 21st birthday is you would think being a straight up man like Rumford is, he'd probably buy the case of beer. No, I ended up having to buy him beer, and he drank it all.
I let you buy. Well, you didn't want any beer, but I wanted you to buy.
But you know
beer.
what? I was really looking forward. I heard you might have some popsicles for my birthday this week.
I will. Yeah, I got that. I got cakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's so much inside baseball that we cannot.
So stupid.
I mean, it's hot. It's Corpus Christie weather. The weather's beautiful here.
It is.
Sounded good.
Can we go ahead and break it out? And
the poem?
Rump wrote a poem.
Well, I've wrote many poems, and this is going to sound weird. I'm sorry for
Michelle.
See
you later.
I don't.
Good luck.
This is going to sound so weird, but it's the honest truth. I've wrote a lot of poems to Tuckness. As friends,
he has.
As friends, I've wrote. How many poems have I wrote you? Probably.
I don't know. I've known you for 16 years, and
probably 8 poems
at least.
Probably 1 poem every other year, but I wrote a birthday poem yesterday, and I want you to read it on RümpChät.
I'll read it.
Now, there's a couple things that you might need to explain when it's over.
We will. We can get into the story details a little bit.
Okay, let me set this up when you're ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
And now a poem from Justin Rumford to Dusty Tuckness.
All right, from Big Bear, it says, I heard it's your birthday. That's good news. You can celebrate by working out and not drinking booze. We have been close friends for so many years. Sorry for the time I drank all your Corona beers. We have got to work together in so many great arena walls. Sorry for the time that I punched you in the balls. You are one of the best bullfighters, and with that being said, sorry for the time in Pendleton I threw an orange at your head. When you were younger, Guitar Hero was our game. People's skills were very different, but ours are about the same. When you used to go trucking with me, that sure was the tops. Sorry for the time I about got you arrested by the cops. We have been through a lot together. I think you are as good as it gets. Sorry for the time you got dumped and I took you to the bar to stare at tits. Remember the time I had no money to eat. You bought me a Subway sandwich, but you made me eat a dog treat. When you got ran over by a muley, I sure thought it was funny. Sorry for the time I got in your camper and stole all your money. You have always been there for me when things in my life seem so tough. Sorry for the time I dipped my nuts in your snuff. I hope you have the best day, and at rodeo, I wish you luck because I love you so much, and I thank the Lord for you, Tuck.
Is that
if that could summarize 16 years of knowing this guy in 90 seconds, that's kind of a highlight reel right there.
I kind of want to cry, but I don't know if it's from laughing or because of the emotional.
Okay, let's start with the nuts and snuff.
I you know what? I honestly, it's probably been so long ago. I'm sure maybe something.
Yeah, I haven't
tasted it funny, but
I
don't know. Rump, you got to clarify.
Open the snuff can and you just kind of set them in there.
What goes through your mind? Is it just so because when he gets a dip, he can?
No, he made me
like,
he made me mad.
My nuts taste.
Like Tuckness, he gets kind of weird sometimes, and like I asked him if he'd take me to get some beer at Walmart. And he's like, yeah, I'll take. Or he goes, no, I ain't going to take it. I'm like, come on, Tuck, quit being that guy. Come on. And he's like, fine. So we go there and he gets his phone out and he sets like an alarm. He's like, you've got exactly 3 minutes to get back to the car. If you're not back when this dinger goes off, I am out of here. And I know he was telling the truth.
That story. So
I knew he was
I'm the DD. We go to the Silver Dollar, Big Bear, Jordan, back in the old original night rodeo days. And we're on our way back arena. And Rump, he likes to go get Subway sandwiches from Walmart because
they're not even Subway, they're knockoffs. They're just sandwiches.
Yeah, they're already pre-made, but it's open 24 hours.
Yeah.
And we're driving on the way back to the arena, and like, I'm tired. You know, I've dealt with him all night. And he's like,
what do you mean you've dealt with me all night?
Exactly.
And I'm ready to go to bed, and he's bugging me. Can I get something to eat? I'm like, no, man. Like, I'm driving you home. Like, I'm getting you home safe. You have enough history in this town that we're getting you home. And finally, I was like, all right, I'll make a deal. I said, I'm going to give you 3 minutes. And no kidding, I set a timer for 3 minutes. I said, when my van door shuts, when your feet hit the ground, the timer starts. And I'm not kidding you. And I'm pretty sure he didn't pay for this food, because he was back in 1 minute and 56 seconds with a sub, a drink, and a bag of chips.
I ran. They called security because I ran at a dead sprint into the Walmart.
That's a true story.
That's awesome.
Rump.
No,
that's not a Rump story.
No, so like in retaliation, did the old snuff ball dip.
Whole snuff ball dip.
So what about you got dumped and then you went to like?
He just didn't even look. You tell that.
Well,
the part of the strip club you didn't want to go. You actually threw a pretty big fit.
Oh no, yeah, it was, man. What
year? You're a classy guy.
He got dumped by his girlfriend.
Yeah, I got dumped. I was pretty heartbroken, and I was pretty down and out for 2 or 3 weeks, and I was hanging out with Mo Betta, just at the ranch, and
he was a nice guy too.
Yeah, and I just sit around and feed cattle.
Get it? Anybody?
No,
but
Mo Betta. Yeah. And Van Moore finally was wanting to cheer me up, and he calls Rump and Jordan Holland up, and they're like, "Hey, you guys need to come get Tuck. He's in a funk," and they're like, "Yeah, we'll take care of him." Moore's like, "Hey, you can get my credit card. Like, it's on."
Yeah,
me.
he said, "Take my credit card and go make sure Tuck has a good time." I'm like, "For real?" Like,
that was not smart.
Yeah, and this is like, I think maybe the first year Rump and Ashley are dating, so like Ashley's just starting to figure this old fella out a little bit. And so they come get me, and I jump in the truck, and we're getting almost to Oklahoma City there, and I haven't said a word, and
he just sat in the back,
I'm staring out the window,
blank,
and
just hating life.
Hungry. And so I said, "Hey, you guys hungry?" He said, "I'll buy." And they're like, "Yeah, we know this great place."
Stay by
I was
the
like,
microphone.
"Perfect." And so we pull into this. Well, right across the street from where I thought we was going was like a seafood place.
Yeah, one of the best seafood places ever.
So I step out of the truck,
Trappers,
and I'm walking to that building. Well, they are going the other building. They're like, "No, Tuck, this direction." And I kind of look, and nothing really rang a bell at me at first, because it was just a box building with no windows. And I was I was in a bit of a funk, and I was like, whatever. And so we're walking in, and there's a counter, and then the wall's kind of like this, so you can't see around the wall, and they're checking IDs. Well, I was like 20 or something, and I nudged Jordan. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm not 21. He's like, "No, you're good. Don't worry."
He's like, "Walt will let you in."
And so I hand him my ID and grab it back, and right when I stepped around the corner, there was just boobs everywhere.
It's a Tuesday afternoon, so you know they were hot.
Yeah. And I look at them like, "Guys, I don't want to be here." I said, "I'm hungry." And Rump's first words is like, "Dude, they've got great burgers and wings."
They do.
And here I am. Rump
specials.
ate some wings, and here I am, the only civil person in that building, eating food. And then they jump up on Pervert Row, and then we all show back up to Ashley's apartment in Edmond, and she looks at the two gurus and like, "Why is there glitter all over your guys' face?"
I was just trying to cheer Tuck up.
And I obviously I wasn't. Yeah, but yeah, that was great. Yay.
We're in this place that's supposed to be fun, and Tuck's just staring at the floor, and these girls like, "Oh, how are you? Do you want to dance?" And Tuck's like, "No." And they just walk. Jordan's like, "Hey."
It is weird eating in a strip club. When I worked for U.S. Smokeless, my boss in Kansas City, they had T-Bone Tuesdays at the local establishment there, and it's just a little weird, sitting there cutting your T-bone. Excuse me, ma'am. When you put your panties back on, can you give me some 57 sauce, please? Thank you. It's weird.
You just made it weird. It wasn't weird till just now. I want to divert off that.
Yeah, let's get off
the next day though, when day number 2 of trying to make Tuck happy, we pull into Sonic. And I'm gonna buy some cheeseburgers for my boy here, and me and Jordo, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning, so Jordan's about 8 beers deep, and so we order our food, and we're sitting there.
An old Black Pearl.
Yeah, we're in the black Ford pickup, and we're sitting there waiting. You know, there's not a lot of room for a F-350 Ford pickup in the stall, so we're waiting for the waitress, and here she comes, and from across the parking lot, she's carrying our order, and we're the only ones there, so I know it's ours, and I look across the street, and I see a Chinese buffet.
Wasn't like the Red Dragon or something?
Yeah, and I go, hey, there's a buffet. I said, we should go there. And Jordan's like, it's too late. We've already ordered. And I said, Tuck, do you want the buffet? He said, yes. And I threw it in reverse and ripped off my whole mirror and smashed.
Richard, what'd you do?
Smashed the ordering thing.
Yeah.
And then I had to just floor it because the lady was standing behind me with all her food and we hadn't paid. And then we literally drove across the street to the buffet.
Yeah, it wasn't a good getaway. Yeah.
Crummy.
I can't believe we've been friends that long.
That's a long time.
It's been a long time. I still remember the first day I met Rump. It was raining. He was in probably the same straw hat he wears today.
No, now I'm going to resist all.
He's got this red poofy coat, and we're putting horn wraps on steers. And then 16 years later, here we are, RümpChät in Corpus Christie.
Yeah, exactly. But just a few gold buckles later. Yeah. Who would have thought you two at that time, putting horn wraps in the rain on steers in Cody, Wyoming, that you'd have 12 bullfight of the year and he'd have 9 clown of the year? That's what's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, really but just a couple dudes just doing their deal.
But I'm glad.
Now look at you.
I'm glad that you bring that up because I feel like there's bullfighters everywhere. Everybody wants to fight bulls, but
dime a dozen.
Everybody just wants to go from the bottom to the top.
Contractor talk
in a hurry. Like, nobody wants to do any back work. They look at Tuckness and Webster and Weston and all these great bullfighters. Well, they don't realize that they didn't just start off. He didn't start off being Tuckness. He started off in the back pins.
Yes,
shut up.
Ever since I've
been born. I'm trying to say something nice to you, ass. So anyhow, but like Tuck didn't just get to the top. He, worked at the night rodeo and fed and sorted and drove he never drove, but rode with me in the semi.
I was a co-pilot though.
Yeah, we got shut down by the DOT. Yeah. Almost got him arrested from the DOT.
He's a phenomenon. A bullfighter that's made it without getting a CDL.
Getting CDL
will never
get it. That's talented.
That's crap though when I'm trucking.
I'm not saying I'm not talking down on trucking. I'm just saying most guys have their CDL.
But here's a little something for you then. So at
one point,
am I a crappy clown because sometimes I drive a semi to the rodeo?
Never said that.
Am I pandering for jobs? No. What? You think me driving the semi to Yuma, Colorado is really going to make a difference?
Yeah. For the stock contractor you're going for there? Yeah.
Yeah, Tuckness, he would not drive. Not only would he not drive a truck, he just put his foot down. And did somebody tell you that when you're 18? Like, hey, I know you're going on this rodeo journey, but before you do not ever sit behind the wheel of a semi.
No, I never. But I've never had any type of a desire to drive a big rig, and I've always thought, and it I think a lot from my high school coaches. Just had a lot of great coaches, John Fernandez and Rick Paxton. The two of them that were hard-nosed, old-school guys that, what you put in is what you're going to get out. And I really took that from them. And when I kind of realized, I was actually supposed to go to college for football. And long story short on that.
Hawaii, wasn't it? Or something?
Well, I went to Hawaii for an all-star game. But my recruiting coaches, just a couple weeks from start of practice in that, they more or less told me if they caught me fighting bulls that they'd pull my scholarship. And I kind of figured that was probably going to happen, and I just opted out and went the rodeo route. And I figured if I'm going to do this, I'm going to put my all into it. Whether I got to, and it started way before the night rodeo. I remember the Giffords used to have a lot of amateur open stuff and sales and buck outs, and I'd go to them constantly. I mean, just a broke kid that had no money to his name and a $800 Ford Mercury that didn't have back shocks that would overheat going up just a sidewalk. and that's how I went to rodeos. Went to a lot of open Indian rodeos and just wherever I could, whatever I could do. And then obviously the night rodeo, I worked a little bit for Jim Ivory before Maury, but Maury was really the big turning point for me in 2005, where he, kind of took a chance on me and just built a great relationship with him and that family. And it's been a pretty awesome journey. But yeah, I always enjoy going back to the night rodeo because that was a huge building foundation for me. And even Rump and just always go back there and give back just because it's given so much to me is, I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Being from the Meeteetse, Wyoming area this year at the American, one of the biggest, probably the biggest story more than anybody that won was Hunter Ream from Meeteetse, Wyoming, was the kid that tied his calf to win the $1 million and the horse took off. And, this kid. And so when this all went down, like this dude handled it the best ever. And that's a guy that, being from Meeteetse, and you guys talked right after that, correct?
Yeah. So Hunter, I've known him for a long time. I was actually my senior year, I was his TA for some of his classes. And so it was cool to see. I've been seeing him, having some success coming through the ranks, and to see him have that opportunity and come through the qualifying system was pretty awesome. And just seeing his growth over the last year was pretty awesome. And to see him get to that point, I texted him that day of the last round. I was like, man, I told him, I said, the hard work's done. Just go have fun. Yep. And he did. He tied it to win it, and he did what he needed to do. And it was just a freak deal that happened. But, that kid's going to be successful and do a lot of great things in his career and in pro rodeo and just life in general. But I think ultimately how he handled himself and his professionalism spoke more than if he won the $1 million. It's hard to say because I wasn't in those shoes, and $1 million could change a guy's life. But there's so many other people that are watching him in a positive viewing now that I have already. And I told him, I texted him right after. I said, man, keep your chin up. I said, God's got a bigger plan. Keep working hard. And I said, you will not don't be surprised when endorsees or people with money that want to sponsor athletes for who they are and how they carry themselves will start contacting you. And it was the next night I had one of my sponsors contact me and ask me about the kid. And then he called me and we talked for a while, and he already had multiple opportunities coming up, and which is going to be awesome. Like I said, it doesn't take away that pain of that night before, but he's just got a great attitude and a good work ethic. And I expect big things from him. And it's cool to see another kid from a small town, Meeteetse, Wyoming, have some success.
Absolutely. But just, listening to that, going for $1 million, look at the grand scheme of rodeo. There's people here, the WCRA they're putting up $1 million for the Triple Crown. And, the American, do their deal, $1 million. PBR, of course, they've been $1 million to win the year end for a while, but it's like, that's insane. And it wasn't that long ago, y'all. Well, of course, Bobby Moe, he rode back in the 70s, but, back when he was riding, it wasn't even near that. You had the 100,000 at Calgary, Houston 50. And
I think the finals.
And the finals, I know guys, I'll never forget, this blew my mind. Chad Furley, 2-time world champion brown crider. He said the first time he made the NFR, he had to borrow money to get there. And the NFR was just you went so hard to get the NFR because then that whatever you won there
was what you made.
That's what you took home.
And I think that not from really a bullfighter standpoint, but for a contestant standpoint, probably both. Like you only have so much time.
Oh yeah.
Like if you think about, we've been in this for 16 years, but there's only so much time. So you got to make hay while the sun shines, because eventually you're not going to be able to fight bulls, and that these guys are going for the $1 million. Like, what I'm saying, that some of our good guys that are here, like Cole Franks last night, he's coming on the scene, young kid. He was 88.5. He's dad, Brett Franks. So he's just getting started. But if you think of all the guys that aren't that old, especially in the bareback riding, the bull riding, guys that are already starting to almost retire, and they just kind of disappear. So, man, the rodeo, the rodeo I mean, it's not a long career.
No.
You know, and I know you are for yourself, you are maximizing your career, and as well as many of these rodeo guys, because tell me if I'm wrong, but back in the day, cowboys and bullfighters, like it was a whole different scene, you know, doing dope and listening to rock and smoking cigarettes and fighting in parking lots. And today you guys work out, and like all the bareback riders, you know, they were in the gym this morning, and these guys, I mean, they are gearing up because I think a lot of people do realize that, hey man, look, we can go to these rodeos, we can nominate, we can get here, but we only have a small window to try to make that million. So you got to optimize like every second of your career to have a chance, because there ain't, who knows when you're done,
unless you're JB Mooney.
Well,
and then you still smoke cigarettes and kick everybody's ass and win like $7 million.
Yeah, but
like he's a phenomenon. He doesn't count, but everybody else has to work out.
Well, what I like about the whole system, you know, talking about the WCRA, and that is it gives everybody so many more opportunities. And so talking about the young guys coming up, you kind of got to cut your teeth to kind of make qualifications, get in some of them bigger rodeos. But these deals, you can nominate stuff, you can get in here, win a good check, and give you some money to where you can go and pay some entry fees and continue to rodeo and get to that position where you want to be. So
you don't have to rodeo for a full year to try to get the qualifications.
Yeah, but to me, it puts it all on the athlete themselves. You know, it's like, hey, every opportunity is in front of you. Now, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So if you don't make it to this, or this, it's all on you now.
I'm going to put
not necessarily a drawing game now anymore, because when you come here like in Corpus Christie, you got Frontier Rodeo Company, the stock contract of the year, probably the best firm from start to finish. And you can't sit here and say, man, he outdrew me. You know, no, he outrode you.
Who's the baddest bull rider going right now?
The baddest bull rider? Man, there's some hands, but I just got to brag on the Henry, man. He's been dominant for a decade, and he's kind of got a new fire lit this year. You know, taking last year the way it did. He fought some injuries, but you know, he just went 91 and 93 the other day at Uvalde. It's awesome to see his career. I mean, we've been buddies a long time, but it's also cool to see a young like Stetson Wright that is not only
Laramie
a great
Laramie Mosley,
but a great bronc rider. But yeah, we can go down the list.
Laramie, Fritzland, he won
the average, and then he went to a velocity,
and he won a PBR. Didn't he just win a PBR somewhere?
He won a velocity, went to his first UTB, won his first UTB, and then he's winning all this. And the guy that you got to have your eyes on right now, over the last 3 or 4 weeks, is what Rump said. Laramie,
he won Montgomery,
strapped some cattle,
won Montgomery,
not
won
just
Guyman.
rode a spinner, like rode was 90 plus a couple times. Like the kids hungry, and it's awesome to see the opportunities that rodeos like WCRA and everything that's going on. And the biggest thing is, praise God, we're all out on the road rodeoing and back to living, and
praise hands.
That's it. It's big money for athletes, and that's it. That's all there is to it. You know, it's and
anybody can go.
Anybody can go. There's no and we used to have this, you know, conversation with Flynn all the time, and about, you know, guys, rodeo guys, PBR. It's like, people go to a rodeo in Sydney, Iowa, knowing there's going to be bull riding, but they may be huge PBR fans, but they still go because they know there's going to be bull riding there. Same as here, no matter what, you know. Let's coexist.
It's an event for the whole family too. Like you come like for Corpus Christie here, you're right on the beach.
Oh,
you got the carnival,
you
got the rodeo, you got all
air
these
show
vendors and stuff. Air show, the USS Lexington that we bucked bulls on actually last November.
Did you fight bulls on that?
Yeah, fought bulls with Cody Webster and Shorty.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's like right back here. If I had a better camera, y'all could see. But anyway, but that was neat. Putting an arena on an aircraft carrier.
Was it weird? Like, could you, when you were fighting bulls, was the ship moving?
No, so that ship, it's more just like a museum. So it's buried, I think, like 15 feet in the ground. But
I don't believe you.
Thing, me and Webb, we walk up there, and the arena's pretty small. And there's only about 8 or 10 feet on each side of the panels till you're overboard. And I looked at Webb. I was like,
God,
man, if we take one wrong shot, like
especially
we're overboard.
If you look through
that would have been awesome.
You look through the dust, no, but
if you'd have taken that shot like you did it
Fort Worth.
Oh yeah.
No, but you know what happened is
you're in the drink, homeboy.
Bull crap. Because I know what happened. I tell you, as catty as Tuckness is, and all the times he's been thrown in the air, he would get thrown overboard, and then he would land standing on a dolphin that happened to be passing by in the bay. And then he would ride the dolphin over to the sand, get off, and kiss a lady, and go back to fighting bulls like it was no big deal. Because Dusty, I've said this before, and he thinks it's weird, but he floats like a feather in the beautiful air.
Oh Lord, here we go.
On that note, anyway, more action tonight, 7:00. Get Ride Pass. You get to see our good friends Scott Grover and Creed Roberts announce that. Creed, I've got 2 JBL speakers from Creed one time. They didn't work.
Good story so far.
So
keep your seat.
He charged me way too much. No, I'm just kidding. But no, they do a good job over there on that. So you can watch all the action on that. Ride Pass, download the app.
Michelle will be out tomorrow night.
RümpChät Thank you, Michelle, for blessing us with your present. My one of your better God, friends. Just a beautiful lady. I mean, inside and out too.
She likes
not just drinking. Brown eyes that just you just stare.
You talk about me with RC. What do you?
She's a woman. I don't know. RC's a dude.
Yeah, he's got you there, Bear. Hey, speaking of that, it looks like you got your eyeliner wiped off. So
my God.
I let Weston's wife put eyeliner on.
He wore makeup last night. I saw
she's
the pictures.
Professional. Avery is a professional. So we're sitting at the end of the night, and she took off her fake eyebrows.
I don't know if that'll
lashes. So
this will show up.
Don't put it up there. It doesn't matter. So
this is a fierce look.
A professional lady who puts eyeliner on. She's like, let me put eyeliner. And I let her put eyeliner and fake eyelashes on just to see what I'd look like. And I tell you what, I look
not good.
Like all my aunts. Luckily, all my aunts don't watch or listen to RümpChät. Maybe my Aunt Jean does. Aunt Jean, that don't look like you. Kind of it does. Anyhow, yeah, that is RümpChät. And I'm going to tell you what, it was a bastard to get that off. Shout out to the women that put on the makeup. And Tuckness, thank you for all you do. On a serious note, last night, outstanding job freestyling that Buc and Bull and just making them look stupid.
Yeah, that was good. The Buc and Bull fought harder than the Mexican Fighting Bull.
Thank God. Yeah. Thank God.
But it was just an old sale bull, you know. I mean, we're not running,
not trying to,
all of Penthouse's hot ones in here.
Yeah, we don't have Hugh Hefner here.
No, if he loaded him up, well, it's going to be a show. You're either going to go 9 or take a hook. And
if he shows up with Hugh Hefner, I'm not leaving the Omni Hotel.
Well, here's the thing. I had to call this old fellow off the fence last night.
I saw that
through his handle and then about tipped the barrel over, and he was.
I saw that. You were like, "Get here!
I was like, get over here, Rob."
Get here!
Goes, oh, me? This barrel man?
I couldn't walk. Okay, but anyhow, more action tonight. We're going to be back tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock live again. We will have 2 nights to break down, and Saturday night going into Sunday morning, we're going to do a little bit earlier, and we're going to have Bobby Mode on Sunday talking about the championship round, which is going to be over the top. With the stock that's coming and the great deal. So stay tuned with us. Come back, check us out.
A lot of money.
Me and him.
A lot of money up for grabs here in Corpus Christi. Thanks to Johnny and the crew, Rodeo Corpus Christi. Just awesome people. Thanks to the Omni and letting us be up here on the 20th floor. And thanks to all you out there at home that are watching. And now I have to go hit end. Scott, maybe you want to sneak around and hit end on the top right corner.
It's very technical.
END.
No.
Top right. You're right.
The mouse. Use the mouse. There you go. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.